got Walt Harris back here on the program, who's going to be returning on May 4th at UFC Ottawa. He's going to be taking on Sergey Spivak. Walt, how are you, man? We're live from the sauna.
Yeah, buddy, man. I'm good, man. Just got through doing a workout with my brother Kim. He's sitting over here chilling. We got done with a pool workout. Just get ready for next weekend, man.
Yeah, it's been kind of crazy for this fight because you're supposed to fight Alexei Oleinik, and now you get this new opponent. Was there much of an adjustment in training camp for the new opponent?
Not much, man. I mean, we really don't tend to focus too much on what they do. We kind of pick out things they do well here and there, and then we just mainly focus on, what I do well and kind of impose my will.
I know right now you've kind of been in the headlines a little bit before we talk about this fight in Ottawa with the whole thing with USADA and the supplements and all that. Now, I understand you're going after the supplement company. What's the latest on that? Because obviously, you were sort of wrongfully done in this situation.
Yeah, it actually wasn't USADA. It was VADA.
VADA, sorry, yes.
Yeah, USADA actually, agreed with what they said. So it was kind of a mutual thing. I passed the USADA test. It was the VADA one that showed that flag or whatever. But anyway, I mean, it was a tainted supplement. It was something that I didn't know, was in the supplement. So they found out that I was telling the truth, that they agreed with me, and they only gave me, I think it was like 4 months. And, so I'm taking legal action against the supplement company because they sold the product and they mislabeled it intentionally. So I can't really speak too much in depth about the case, but like I said, I'm taking legal action to vindicate my name. I pride myself on being a clean fighter, and my character is at stake here. You know what I mean? I don't want to be looked at as a cheater. So, we're going to do what we got to do to take care of what we got to take care of.
Now, because of all this, do you stay off social media a little bit more than usual just because of the fact you're going to get idiots who saying you're a cheater, even though, like in this situation, it wasn't your fault?
Nah, man. I mean, at the end of the day, people going to have their opinion of me. I could care less what anybody thinks. You know what I mean? I know my family knows the truth. My teammates know the truth. My coach knows the truth. And most importantly, VADA and USADA know the truth. So what an armchair fan thinks really doesn't affect me, man. I just keep pushing. I keep doing my social media. I'm not going to let nobody make me go into hiding about nothing. If you want to come on the post and say something crazy cool for you, you get blocked. It is what it is.
For sure. So they tell you you're fighting in Ottawa. Did you have any idea where you were fighting when they told you?
Yeah, man. I watch hockey, so I keep up with the Ottawa Senators, and I watch hockey in general. So I knew generally where Ottawa was. I knew about the Senators, and so I was like, all right, pretty dope,
Okay, that's good. We'll save some hockey talk at the end because I didn't know this. So this is very good because obviously I'm from Canada, and we love hockey, so that's really cool. So what does that mean to get to play in the same building as the Senators, or sorry, to compete in the same building as the Senators as a big hockey fan?
It's pretty dope, man. I'm a history buff as well, and that's the capital. So I'm gonna go do some touring, see the Army Museum and all that different stuff that's up there. It's pretty exciting. I love fighting in big arenas, and especially arenas where pro teams play at. I like to walk the halls and kind of, see how they move around and do their thing. So I think it's pretty cool.
That is cool. Have you been to Canada before?
Dude, all right. So I've been to Windsor, so I consider that like North Detroit.
Yeah, that is more like Detroit. Yeah, I've been to Windsor too.
Like I've never been into Canada, but I've been to Windsor. I went to gambling my 21st birthday.
There you go. Okay, interesting. I wasn't sure about that. What do you know about this new opponent, Spivak? He's making his debut. He's 9-0. Obviously, a hot and up and coming prospect. What do you know about him? How do you feel like you match up against him?
I feel like I match up well with him. I've seen a little bit of film on him. Tough guy, 9-0. He's fought some decent guys. I think his combined opponent record is like 360 and like 110 or something crazy like that, which is impressive. For a guy who's only 9-0. So like any other fight, man, I'm treating him like he's got the belt around his waist, and I want it. So, preparation is the same, mental focus is the same. Just grinding every day, man. Putting in work. Going to take what's mine.
How much do you think experience will play into this? Because you've been in the UFC for such a long time. You fought the who's who, and he's fought some names, but nowhere near the names that you fought.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna play a part. Octagon jitters are real. No matter how people try to say they aren't, I think the only difference is they affect people differently. But octagon jitters exist, and we're gonna push him into that deep water and see how he handles it. You know what I mean? If the goal is always to get him out of there in the first round, but we're prepared to fight 5 rounds, if we have to. So it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, and I know one of the guys you've trained with in the past, Eric Anders. I know he just fought, so you probably haven't been getting too much training with him, since the fight. Who are you training with for this camp?
This big animal right here. I don't know if you
Oh,
can
there
see
you
it.
go.
This big monster right here, Kim. He's fighting a week after me in Orange Beach. That's my dog, man. We've been pushing each other, getting better every day. As you can see, we in conditioning, all out of the gym. We're doing stuff together, we just push each other every day, man, and just, keep grinding. I got him. I got a ton of partners. I got Matt Elkins. I got, it's a who's who, man. I can't even name everybody, but we got a ton of guys. Like you said, Eric hadn't been in the gym since his fight, but before Eric's fight, me and him were working, We all pushing each other. We like a family, man. We just grinding and, trying to get the most out of what we got.
Yeah, and that's my fault, actually. I forgot Kim trains with you guys, and I've actually interviewed him before, so my apologies on that, because I when I think of Spartan, I think of Anders, obviously, but nonetheless, I know it's been a good fit for you. What about your corner? Who's going to be in there for you? I know Matt Elkins usually is in Eric's corner. Is that the same in this case?
Yep, Maddie's coming with me. Eric's coming with me, and Coach Chris. If Kim didn't have to fight the week after me, I'll be bringing him. But he's fighting like 2 days, like literally like 3 days after me. So I disrupt his camp, much more than I had to already.
How do you see this fight playing out? Are we going to see another finish? I know the last fight went the distance. I'm sure you're itching to get another finish in there.
Yeah, man, that's always my goal when I step in that octagon, is to get finishes and put on fights that the fans want to see. But like I said earlier, I'm prepared to go three hard rounds. Wherever the fight goes, I'm prepared to go. But, of course, I want to knock him out. That's always the goal. Or submission. Hey, you never know. We've been working.
Well, because you don't get paid by the hour, right? So you might as well take advantage of it.
Thanks. I get paid by the fight. So let me get in and get out.
All right, before we wrap things up here, we got to talk some hockey, because this has been, I'm sure you've been paying attention to the playoffs this year. They've been crazy. I've never seen a playoffs like this before, where you have these many division champions getting out in the first round.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm gonna be honest. I hadn't kept up much this last one. I watched the Capitals the other night. I've been watching, believe it or not, a lot of soccer lately. But yeah, my Penguins, man, that's my team. I'm a big Sidney Crosby fan, big Evgeny Malkin fan, Chris Letang. Those are my guys. So I follow them heavy. And then when I'm in Florida, me and my best friend Charles, we go to a lot of Panthers games. I'm actually good friends with Thornton.
Brad Marsh. Oh, okay. Gordon. Okay.
Well, I'm cool with Marchand. Charles and Marchand are closer than I am.
That's what I was referring to. Yeah, because Charles and him, they actually they're friends and stuff, and they text each other. I think that's so cool.
They like sweet. They like text each other and shit. Like me and Scott, we text each other. Scott Thornton's my guy, man. Like, he reaches out to me when he's in Vegas training with Forrest. He'll send me pictures and stuff. So I try to keep in contact with Scott. And when I go to Florida, he has me tickets to all the Panthers games. So that's always dope. You know what I mean? And I've been a big fan ever since I was a kid. We didn't have cable growing up, so we always got the hockey game on Channel 13 back home when I was little, and I used to just watch it, and it was just kind of intriguing. And that's kind of where I fell in love with the Penguins, when they had Mario
Lemieux and Jaromir Jagr,
Ron Francis, all those guys. So I was just watching and not really understanding what I was watching, but it looked cool because they were hitting each other, fighting, and I was like, dang, this is pretty dope. So yeah, that's kind of where it started.
Yeah, and that's a good team to be a fan of, because they won cups early with Mario, and then they've won again with Crosby. I know this year's been a little rough, but still, that's very cool. Now, do you own a Penguins jersey? I got to ask this.
Yes, I do. I actually have two of them. I got a Evgeny Malkin and I have a Crosby.
Okay, nice. That looks good. Well, Walt, I really appreciate the time, man. I know you got other things to do today. I just remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you have any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours.
Follow me on all social media at the Big Ticket 205. I want to shout out Iridium Sports Management, my boy Jason, Jacob, all you guys over there. I appreciate all your help. My brother Kim Odie for pushing me to my limits this camp, man. Thank you so much. Coach Chris, everybody is Spartan. I love y'all. I can't even think right now. It's hot in this sauna, man. I can't even think straight. You know who you are. If you got anything to do with me, I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I thank you for having me on, man. Hey, I love coming on with you, Lynch. Hey, you the man, bro.